Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. And today I'll be reading a Scaramouche Listener by me. So let's get into it. Scaramouche and you have been doing this for a while, meeting up and trying to move on from your pasts, and maybe to lighter and happier times. However, not everything was a smooth sailing as your relationship sometimes. If your relationship could even be described as that, with the difficulties that the two of you often faced, but you were doing your best, both you and him, and that's all that mattered to the two of you. As long as the two of you were putting in the effort, then it was worthwhile to continue and see where this takes you. Maybe somewhere better, maybe somewhere worse, but for sure, you knew that for now, it seemed to be only heading for the better. However, you were truly clueless on how Scaramouche felt. As much as you tried to read him and analyze him, he was not easy to read, mostly because he had difficulty on expressing his own self in the first place. And that's exactly why it kind of felt difficult to read the emotions that he so rarely showed, and try to understand from his words that were also few and far in between when it came to him. Lately, Scaramouche has been feeling terrible, and the reason for that is not anything that he knows himself. It comes over him in waves sometimes, comes and goes, but this time was more horrible than the others. It felt like it was back in the days, right after his mother had left him, and when his friends had left him too, when he was all alone, losing it to the coldness of the world. Sure, you were right here with him, but the fears that were corrupting him, going all over his head, screaming that you would leave him too and go away someday. They made him go insane. And that's why he picked up the knife and started carving into his hand, leaving scars wherever he went. And he kept hiding them too, not wanting you to see them, lest you be disgusted and actually make his fears come true. He couldn't have you leaving him. He loved you so much. And to be honest, he pretty much gave reason to him living. Otherwise, his life felt dull, and he felt like there was no one to live for, and no one to love, not even himself. To be honest, he's never practiced self-love, as others may say, but he truly doesn't care about it. All he wants is to stay with you for as long as he can. That's all he truly wishes for, and that's all that will make him happy. He wants you so badly, and wants to be by your side. Surely that wasn't so much to ask of the universe, that has stolen so many and so much from him. But even then, he was still scared, still terrified, and that's why he kept on doing this, hurting himself over and over, because it calmed him down. It made him feel at peace, so much better than he usually felt. And that's why he was in this room now, looking at the knife that he has been hoarding for the past few weeks and thinking of doing it again. He knows. He knows it's not good and probably way more harmful, but it makes his mind go quiet. And honestly, there's nothing scary to him as his thoughts. His thoughts were terrifying, and perhaps sometimes were even too real to his own liking. So that's why this felt like the immediate best option, because it made them go away. It distracted him when that's all he needed. But Scaramouche had never expected you to walk in on him, as that knife was on his skin. blood dripping from new wounds that were cut open. Scaramouche, what are you doing? He said, trying to process what you were seeing in front of you. There's no way that this can be real. He can't be doing this. You would tell yourself, knowing that it's all a lie, that it was right there in front of you, that the signs were there, and you ignored them way too many times because you simply thought it wasn't possible. You quickly ran over to him, taking the knife and throwing it away, when he had just stared at you, horrified and honestly scared, feeling like you were going to slip away from him any second now, that you would be disgusted and tell him that he was useless, a burden, and leave him all alone again. But he did not expect you to cry, to quickly get a first aid kit, and wrap his arm all up in bandages, hugging him close and crying into his shirt, telling him never to do that again, because he wouldn't be able to handle it. You loved him, you kept saying. You loved him so much, and could not handle seeing the one you love hurting like this in front of you. And that's when you first saw Scaramouche cry. And honestly, he doesn't remember the last time he cried like this. But right now, those tears are flowing out of him like waterworks. And you were holding him close, telling him to let it all out. And he did. He cried until he couldn't, as you stroked his hair and held him close. Scaramouche, you can come to me any time and tell me what's going on with you. I'll be there for you, I promise. I won't let you be in pain alone again. You tell him, and that makes him cling tighter, crying. I thought you'd be disgusted, Lion, he said, making you flinch. He really thought that? I thought you'd want to leave me. I would never want that, Skara. Please, trust me. Trust me when I say that I won't leave you no matter what. And as long as you need my help, I will keep offering it. And even after then, please, I want you to rely on me, just like how I rely on you too. You say, and he takes one look at your eyes, and he can tell that you're being sincere. So that's why he curls up in your arms, hugging you tightly, and burying his face into your chest when he says, all right then, Lion. I will try. One more time. For you. He really meant it. And this time, Scaramouche will try to give life a shot, and himself too, at a new beginning, with you by his side.